fortunate to live in a state that's very rich in history, and West Alabama is full of homes and sites that date back to beyond the Civil War. The novel Gone with the Wind and the blockbuster movie that followed created a certain image about how people lived in the South during the Civil War. The question, though, was that accurate? What was antebellum Alabama really like? Well, Lucy Murphy's here from the Tuscaloosa County Preservation Society to tell us more about it. And I think that's a pretty good question to start with, Lucy. Lots of misconceptions sometimes.
Sometimes. Well, you know, antebellum means before the Civil War. That's what that term means. So this is the third in our Sundown Lecture Series.
Right.
It's going to be Thursday night. It's the second Thursday of the month. From 5:30 to 5:45, we have a little social gathering. We have a little food, a little drink, that kind of thing. And then we have a lecture that is going to speak on antebellum. Now, you see, you've gotten me. We're tongue-tied with this before we start. Antebellum Alabama. That's going to be the topic for the lecture of Thursday night. And we have Dr. David Durham from the university that's going to be speaking. And it's going to be kind of interesting because he's going to look at it through the perspective, and I have to use cheat notes this time, Henry Washington Hilliard, who lived in Alabama between 1808 and 1892, and he is going to kind of look at it from his perspective in terms of what was it like in education, what was it like in politics, what was going on in pre-Civil War times. That's what he's going to be talking about.
So interesting.
Very interesting.
Do you have to be a real history buff to get into these series? It sounds to me like that's very relatable because you can look at history and see how that compares to now.
It makes you get angry at yourself for not learning more when you were in school, quite frankly. You know, because there's so much out there, and there's so many facts and education and things that we should have learned that we didn't learn. You know, that's kind of frustrating. I'm not one of those buffs you just talked about. You know, I'm one of those that kind of, I'm catching up as I go. But everything that we've had in the lecture series, just so much knowledge has been disseminated by those people who are so good at what they do. You know, it makes you hungry for more. You know, and our crowds this summer have been extraordinary. I mean, to the point where we have to pull out more chairs. We have to find a bigger venues what we did last month. So we're going to be at the Battle Freedman this month, this Thursday night, and people are invited. Anybody that wants to come that's interested in learning more about antebellum Alabama can come. It's free to the preservation members, $5 for those individuals that would just like to come and learn all they can. You know,
sounds like a lot of fun, and we'll have to wrap up for now, but I'm going to show our audience at home some more information about this. You can get more details about antebellum Alabama at a sundown lecture. That's on Thursday, August the 8th. Again, that's at the Battle Freedman House. Refreshments will be served. It all starts at 5:15. And also you can go online to historictuscaloosa.org. Very interesting.